Popping headshots and blasting enemies in VR is still as satisfying as it always was. That's why in today's video, I will show you the 10 best FPS games on PC VR that you should try. So without any delay, let's start this video. Number 1, we have Operation Warcade VR. Players who appreciate first-person shooters and simulations of war will find that Operation Warcade VR is one of the best games available. Inspired by the legendary arcade war games of the 1980s, this action-packed military first-person shooter VR game will transport its players into an immersive environment. Next up we have Compound. Fans of classic shooters and pixel art will find Compound to be one of the most entertaining and difficult first-person shooter virtual reality games currently in early access. In this action-adventure game, players are immersed in a vibrant and risky cyberpunk environment where they must avoid and destroy enemies while firing at them. Number 3, we have Yupitergrad. Playing atmospheric sci-fi VR games is a breeze in Yupitergrad, making it a great destination for retro gamers. The players of this visually stunning first-person shooter virtual reality game will be transported to an industrial space station where they will have to employ spatial boosters and grappling hooks to explore and fight foes. Number 4, we have Paradox of Hope VR. Regarding virtual reality games, Paradox of Hope is one of the best. Experience the evocative moments of a stalker's life as you navigate the unknown subway mazes of post-apocalyptic Moscow, achieving your goals via stealth or confrontation, and upgrading your equipment and armament. Number 5, we have Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades. It's one of the most realistic first-person shooter virtual reality games out now, with players competing against both AI and human opponents in an effort to get to the top of the online leaderboard. It's a great game for those who like realistic shooters and are curious about weaponry. Next up we have Pavlov VR. If you're a fan of VR battle royale games, you'll adore Pavlov VR, an exciting multiplayer first-person shooter in early access. Participants will face off against frightening enemies in fast-paced environments that span both the contemporary day and World War II. Number 7, we have BONEWORKS. BONEWORKS is a VR action story with unique physical mechanics. Navigate areas, participate in physics-heavy combat, and solve riddles using physics. Designed for universal rules, the complex physical mechanics empower users to engage with the virtual environment imaginatively. Next up we have After the Fall. After the Fall is a multiplayer zombie apocalypse. Take on a weird, violent planet with up to 3 other survivors. After the Fall mixes a developing VR environment shared by players on all platforms with action-packed cooperative gameplay created from the bottom up for VR. Next up we have Propagation VR. In Propagation VR, you'll have to use your wits to survive a zombie apocalypse while also firing static waves. Fight against scary zombies and other mutants of various types with just your forearms and fists. The last game of this video is Crisis Brigade 2 Reloaded. Covering, aiming, and firing at lightning speed, what that's Crisis Brigade 2 Reloaded is all about. Exciting gunfights, potent arsenal, difficult environments, formidable foes. Similar to popular arcade games from the 1990s, but with the full sensory experience that only VR can provide. So that's the list of 10 best FPS VR games on PC that you can play in 2022 and 2023. Your support is much appreciated if you like the video and want to see more from Games Puff.